Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. Today we're looking at the AirPods Pro 3. The big question is, should you upgrade if you already have the AirPods Pro 2? At first glance, it doesn't seem like a huge upgrade. But when we take a closer look, there are some changes that might surprise you. The best part is that Apple kept the price the same. And for people who still have the Lightning version of the AirPods Pro 2, this already feels like a solid update. At first sight, the cases look almost identical. The new case is slightly larger, but if you look closely, you'll notice something missing. The little LED light is not on the outside anymore. It's probably hidden behind the case. On the bottom, the design looks familiar, except for one important change. The AirPods Pro 3 now use USB-C instead of Lightning. You still get the lanyard loop, so that part stays the same. Turning the case around, you'll see another change. The button on the back, which helped you pair with devices if automatic pairing failed, is gone. Apple replaced this with a simpler method. Now, you just open the case and double tap on the front to pair with another device. It's much cleaner, and it works well. Now let's talk about battery life. This is where things get interesting. The total battery life, including the case, has actually gone down. On the AirPods Pro 2, you got about 30 hours. On the Pro 3, you get 24 hours. But the earbuds themselves last longer. With active noise cancellation on, you now get 8 hours compared to 6 before. And with transparency mode, it goes up to 10 hours. So, while the case holds less power, the earbuds themselves are more efficient. Another small change is in the box contents. Apple removed the charging cable. That's a negative. But they also added something new, which is a big positive. You now get 5 sets of ear tips instead of 3. That means one set comes pre-installed and 4 more are included, going all the way down to extra small. This makes it much easier to find the perfect fit for your ears. Taking the earbuds out of the case, the design is also different. The shape has been reworked, and even the direction they sit inside the case is new. The stems are a little bit longer, and the angle is slightly changed. Apple says they did a lot of research to make them more comfortable. If the older ones fell out of your ears or caused pressure, these new ones should feel better for longer use. Another major upgrade is inside the case. The AirPods Pro 3 now come with a new ultra-wideband chip. This helps with the Find My feature. You can now locate the case from 1.5 times further away. For anyone who misplaces their AirPods often, this is a big improvement. And finally, one of the headline features is workout tracking. The AirPods Pro 3 come with built-in heart rate sensors. This means you can track your workouts directly through the earbuds. For people who don't use an Apple Watch, this is a great addition. If you already have an Apple Watch, you might not find it as useful, but it's still a nice option to have. Let's move on to the new ear tips. These are different from before. Apple has redesigned them with a mix of silicone and foam. They feel more firm than the older ones, which were very soft and flexible. The idea is that these tips should stay in place better and also block out more outside noise. For some people, the Pro 2 tips slipped out or felt uncomfortable. The new design should fix that. When you put them in your ears, the difference is clear. The Pro 2 tips feel light and soft, almost like they're not there. The Pro 3 tips feel more present, but not uncomfortable. Over time, the foam inside adapts to the shape of your ear, which makes them more secure. It's a different experience, but one that many users will likely prefer. Now let's talk about transparency mode. This has always been one of the best features of AirPods. With the Pro 2, transparency was already excellent. Voices sounded clear, and you could hear your surroundings naturally. On the Pro 3, Apple made improvements. Voices sound even more natural with less of that muffled effect. Fans, ventilation, and background noises also come through more accurately. The difference is subtle, but noticeable if you use transparency a lot. Next is microphone quality. This is important for calls, video chats, or recording audio. On the AirPods Pro 2, the microphones were already strong. The Pro 3 brings small but real improvements. Voices sound clearer, sharper, and less processed. Background noise is reduced a bit better. It's not a huge leap, but in side-by-side tests, the Pro 3 wins. Now we reach active noise cancellation. This is one of the biggest upgrades. The Pro 2 already had excellent noise cancellation, blocking out fans, background chatter, and low rumbles. But the Pro 3 takes it even further. Apple says it's twice as effective, and in testing, it feels close to that. The Pro 3 can create a near-silent environment, even with strong background noise like airplane engines. The fit of the new tips helps as well. Ceilings sound better before the microphones even process it. Sound quality has also improved. The Pro 2 sounded amazing, with clean vocals, good bass, and a balanced profile. But the Pro 3 take it to another level. The soundstage feels wider, which means music feels more open and immersive. Vocals are crisp and stand out more. The bass is deeper and stronger without being muddy. Apple's adaptive EQ system works the same way as before, adjusting sound 48,000 times a second, but the tuning has clearly been improved. In side-by-side listening, the Pro 3 make music feel more alive. On EDM tracks, the bass hits harder and fills the space. On classical or instrumental music, you hear more detail, and the separation between instruments is clearer. The highs are sharp, but not unpleasant, while the mids and vocals are beautifully balanced. For earbuds at this price, the sound quality is outstanding. Now let's compare leakage. The Pro 2 had less sound leakage, meaning people around you wouldn't hear your music as much. The Pro 3 can leak a little more, especially at high volumes. This is partly because of the stronger sound output and the redesigned vents. It's not a major problem, but something to note if you listen at maximum volume in quiet environments. So, should you upgrade? If you just bought the AirPods Pro 2 recently, there's no need to rush. They are still excellent, and many of the software features like live translation are also coming to the Pro 2, as long as you have a newer iPhone. But if you have the older Lightning version, or if your battery life is getting weak, the Pro 3 are a fantastic upgrade. The improvements in comfort, sound quality, and noise cancellation are very real. If you don't own AirPods at all, the choice is even easier. While the Pro 2 are still being sold cheaper, the Pro 3 are worth the extra money. The difference in sound, fit, and features is big enough to justify the price. The Pro 2 might drop as low as $169, but the Pro 3 at around $239 give you a much better overall experience. Apple didn't reinvent the AirPods with this release, but what they did is refine almost everything. Better fit, better noise cancellation, better sound, smarter features, and a more future-proof design with USB-C. It feels like Apple listened to the complaints about the Pro 2 and fixed many of them. So yes, the AirPods Pro 3 are worth it. If you're ready for an upgrade, these are some of the best earbuds you can buy right now. Thanks for watching Spec Hunter. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you don't miss future updates.